mukongo Bend mukongo Kale unalipuka watu kuyafanikia I can see you looking at me In the coffee kuna sativa sura ya malaika Won't you back it up on me All this stuff in the chain Anything she wants to let on me Call me daddy, say my name Don't give me but let me just have it shine Kama tsunami tumekuja wingi Kama tiaro chaka Wasuke kando hapa niko dance Kwenye sakafu Nafuta wako leo niko dance Pendo mkono Pendo mkono Pendo mkono Pendo mkono Kama tiaro chaka Wasuke kando hapa niko dance Kwenye sakafu Nafuta wako leo niko dance Pendo mkono
God damn. Hapo ndio Ladies and gentlemen, acha tuwajenge leo venye watu fulani wanajenga huku. I like control. Sasa hapa hivi juu, hapa hivi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Tunajengwa kweli.
Kwa ujenzi.
By
acha nikuambie, walisema tujenge. I didn't think it was literally, but
literally.
Cheki niko hapa hivi na try kuchapia riba fulani na ndio huyo. Unajua tunafanya nini? To assume by the way hizo ni drops.
Ice drops.
No, like we drops like
zamvua.
Ni tu like drop ya ngoma.
Unajua kuna places kuna nyeshanga hivyo unasikia
LD. Inaitwa nini? Hailstones. Unaweza shangaa ni kama unatakiwa kwako. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Black Kings Frequency on a Thursday. Myself and I here with the two lovely ladies. We wish the higher innocence a quick recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apologies to those that are missing today. Kuna mse fulani aliniambia bwana ni mtenge. Ukijana nywele refu anakwanga kwa hiyo show yenyu. Anyway. Today we're doing the Reddit.
Send him money.
But then sasa ukitusalimia unatusalimia na
tunapelekaje salamu bure.
na kabesha.
Lazima tupeleke fruits.
I know.
Painkillers.
Salamu za mdomo ndio tutaki. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing the Reddit edition part 2 today. I am joined with the lovely ladies SH with the money plans.
Good afternoon.
And JOBY the best DJ.
Wagwan.
Mwenye atakuwa anawachezea mangoma safi.
Not tonight.
Mangoma deadly.
Yeah.
As we get to do the Reddit edition part 2, how's your week been, Joby?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Apart from just feeling a little bit kind of sick-ish.
Okay.
But of course we're not manifesting that.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm the mnyongeest. If there's such a term. Sijui naweza semaje na English. I'm the mnyongeest. Nikigonjeka like najipenda sana.
Wewe ni wa kujihurumia.
Like what you treat me like a baby.
Guy.
Nataka food kwa bed. Nights kwa bed. Nataka tu kuoga na kushit.
Guy. Alafu na ushikushikwe.
Na ushikushikwe. Company. I'm sick.
I know.
Sindio?
Regardless, me I didn't feel mgonjwa. I don't want to stay alone.
You want to be
I cry. Yes.
But you cry?
Yes,
for
I cry a lot.
Hata niko na mtu sana badlia vizuri.
For real?
I'm like, hey.
I cry. Oh my god.
There's such a thing as unaonanga like when them ako solo, she's a strong woman.
I know.
Wait till you appear.
I know.
And
it's about the man.
You know.
If it is Joby, I won't cry.
You know, the minute you appear,
The minute I
hata
just see a
jifanyia
man.
kitu.
Oh my god, utaniosha. For real.
I don't know if it's for every lady.
Yeah.
But I can see we have the same.
No, it's all of y'all. It's all of y'all.
And even men, when they get sick, they become babies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Really small babies.
That is me. Okay, mimi ni linde.
That's true.
Mimi hadi unipatie kasupu nikunywe.
Ama it's just human nature.
You want to feel taken care of.
Lakini kuna magangster huku nje bro.
Ela cheki.
Budangu. Wow.
Because you never saw that side. Probably your mom saw.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but my dad,
you know,
my
fathers
dad
don't
nule,
let us see that
like
side.
yake nile anataka ndimu, he wants medicines, lakini ati sijui aende ati alale sijui asikose kwenda mboka.
Mboka ninaenda lakini
Mboka
nikirudi.
anaenda, oh my
Kirudi.
God,
Like mboka nile, you know he has no strength, he's on meds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hizo meds probably zinamnyonya nguvu, but he's anaenda
still
kungangana na
goes.
mawaya na
I
yeye mwenyewe
know.
anafuka like hey yo, so you just give your body a break. That's why probably you're getting sick.
I swear they don't give, even as we had a shop. Rifungwe sijui wana wakilala. After some time, imefunguliwa. Niko like, so ulikuwa daddy.
That's how people
Why?
end up being fatigued.
Why are you
literally.
on? It's crazy.
Mbona umerudi on saa
I
hii?
know, man.
And you were on your knees a couple of minutes ago. But the thing is, you get to that position and then you remember bills.
I know. I think also business people are just like that. Because I've also, if you like own like a business,
Yeah.
you never want to close it, regardless how sick you are. Unajituma tu, uko tu like, man, no way.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
is that ukishashika pesa.
They just never
like,
want to
no.
leave. I'll beg my mom.
Whether
"Can't you
bad,
go?" She
I'm
won't.
gonna sell something.
Exactly. Hata kama ni moja, they never want to leave.
And by the way, I want your opinion on this. So apparently, one of the adverse effects of Kamoroka is oh, it's not live. Okay. Thought we won. Right. Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody on StreamYard. But yeah, I want your opinion on this. So one of the adverse effects of Mogoka is retrograde ejaculation.
What is that? Only other bird.
It is where semen is redirected into the bladder.
Can't hear you because you've not ended yourself on stage.
You know the last time I thought she'd finished everything.
I
So me I
know.
just
You want to
didn't
rent
think
a
about it.
studio?
Kamlesha mezoea
I know.
kutayarishiwa,
Let's just go.
unajua. Not like that.
Thank you. But so one of the adverse effects of mogoka is retrograde ejaculation, where semen is redirected into the bladder instead of being expelled through the urethra.
That's why our mouth does that kind of an effect.
But
Might
what's it-
that be?
Maybe.
The
You know,
reason.
because if it is going back in,
Exactly.
Explains
You
a
can
lot.
function.
Explains a whole
Explains
lot.
a lot, yeah.
what do you mean? Uko na
TMI.
experience?
Ndo nimekumbuka kimbagi kimtu kilikuwa kinachananga jaba.
Mimi nilikuwa nao kampo.
Wala,
Shout out
eh.
to Willy.
Nisitaji.
I swear, alikuwa anafanya hivyo.
Alafu engine ilikuwa on.
Anakuja kako and then I was in main campus.
Yeah.
Sasa yako tao.
Yeah.
Na tuonani kila siku but Friday akikuja
Yeah.
kako mogoka.
Anajimwagia.
Na tujaonana na kujaba mtu wangu alianza sijui saa 8. Only for him to make up excuses every day. Personally nilikuwa na akili yangu sikuwa na mimi nilikuwa nasema tu huyu ako chini. Like huyu ako chini. This one campus kuja na jaba.
Nisiwachane na jaba.
What was the effect of
Bado tu anakula jaba.
alikuja kuna jaba?
Wezi.
Nisiwachane
Sana
na
timaboy wa
jaba.
jaba I can't. By the way I
Yeah.
can't.
Really?
I can't.
What if ni bombe wa jaba?
I can't. Mabombe wachani jaba.
Wanachana nini?
I don't know.
Mavijiti.
They have.
But it's still the
wako na
same thing.
cigars.
Si ako kajing
Maana
na
bana,
masiga.
wako ma whiskey. The hell jaba.
Really?
Hapana.
Unafaa uingie hapo Parklands.
Haiwezi. Parklands kwanza wako
Sasa
chini.
alafu acha
No
nikwambie.
wonder wanazaza.
Hii ndio shida yao. Acha nikwambie ndio shida watu wanaendesha magari kubwa kubwa. Unaona mtu anaendesha unaweza chochonea gari kubwa ufikirie pia uko chini ni gari kubwa.
Hakuna.
Alafu anashinda Kilimani umesema wapi? Parkland.
Paki, hapo ndipo kwa nani ndio
1 minute
wako.
man.
Walai wako chini.
Sijui lakini that's watu wa gari
Watu wa Parklands Society ni 1 minute men.
Wako chini
Watu
kwanza
wa gari
wako
kubwa
jaba.
kubwa.
In fact mimi nikienda bezi yote ya jaba naangalianga mko chini wote.
Kaa chini uwabaie kasoda na usikize tu riba.
No.
Utaisha.
Hapana.
Utapata hata umewapenda.
Hapa siwezi.
Si ati like that as in memorial.
Kama wanaume wana affect hivyo na madem basi.
Madem.
Kuna madem.
So,
we have
fun fact.
who do cut, yeah. We have
But
women
sidhani
who
kama
cut.
but sidhani ina affect madem. I think it's because of men cause hayamki madem hakuna tu
For
anaamsha.
women, it's the opposite.
Hawamshi.
Apparently it's a turn on madem wakiwa
Walai,
jaba
really?
they get
What
really
Jabba
horny.
juice?
Yeah, even jabba juice.
Damn.
Yeah, so encourage them yako achane.
Siwezi. Kwanza ina taste vibaya.
Nini hiyo?
Jaba juice.
Walai.
Iko na hiyo after taste ya jaba.
Asi ndio maana unakunywa soda ingine after. Upande unakunywa jaba juice kama chesa.
Jaba is the ghetto though. Hapana.
Wala.
Aya,
Tu jaba is the ghetto.
Hapana. Hadi sijui whatever hata kani vijiti. Mimi hapana. I just have a perspective.
You are what?
I know, why are you chewing?
You are
chewing?
what?
What?
You are
Mtu yeye
what?
kwa mamake alikuwa akata lettuce ambe. Why you eat lettuce? You are what? Mina eat no grass. Mina what?
Huyu mtoto alikuwa na miaka ngapi? Piga kibari.
Mtu mdogo sana. Watu hizi kuza ni kwa wajanja.
Bana. Kids actually will tell you wait. You know, like and they go on and give you a whole explanation. You're like, when did you start having thoughts?
Yo, kuna mwingine ni mwana video yake last asubuhi when I woke up.
Yeah.
IG, it's like a dame.
Yeah.
She's like, people, let me tell you something. My mother been arrested. She been chased out of Section 8. She can't pay rent. And my grandma says she can't take her in because she a dirty.
Even kids now, like right now, kids, I don't know, they're just grown people. Like literally you'll sit with a kid and you'll be like, no, that can't be a kid's thought or that can't be a kid's perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's also because they've been exposed to parents.
Internet.
Alafu parents pia wajui kuficha, minding what they say around the kids or whatever they do makes them grow at an early age. Wanna grow sana faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, mentally, even physically. Unapata mtoto anabeba maji na ni mtoi huku uko like, yeah, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, because nowadays a lot of kids are being left at home alone at a
Man,
very young
exactly.
age.
And movies.
Yeah. And they wanaachiwa internet and YouTube.
And YouTube. Na
And
Netflix.
YouTube kids, right? She will start figuring out how to entertain herself.
And they're smart and they have
Yeah.
phones. I'm like,
Right.
you in class 2 with a phone, a smart, yeah, and a tablet. I'm like, no.
It's not the lower to even middle class house. Iko na kasimu fulani kanashindanga tu kwa nyumba somewhere or a tablet somewhere.
Kwetu sijui kama iko. I'm just saying the truth. My dad is not that type of a dad.
Really?
Ana yote ameti toys. Sijui na. You go to school, eat, shit, that's it.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Like, na wenda usaidie kazi.
No, but you see, we're talking about kids that are, let's say, 6 and below. You know, like this new generation of kids. The parents they're growing up with. You know, our parents are old school.
No,
Hata kama wako na
I
watoto
have
sahi.
siblings when hata hajaingia shule.
Yeah, but the parent is old school.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the,
I
it's,
agree with
it's
you.
not
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not even
Yeah.
exactly.
Now the young parents, it's just a whole
agree.
different type of thing.
Yeah.
Unapata most kids wanalelewa hadi na YouTube kids.
I know.
Cocomelon. Anakuimbia ngoma mzima za Cocomelon.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Because I was chilling with my friends wako like, siko na jadi mtu isija kwa class 3. Anawa call. Say, hi dad. Nani saa 5. It yes you're going to sleep, where you guys? Naambia, kwani anakuaga na simu? Eti yeye peke yake ndiye ako na simu kwa hiyo familia. Niko like, ako class 3. Ako na simu, ako na namba ya nani kwa simu, ana call nani. You know, you find out, you're like, man, these kids are crazy. Right now, another one I was talking to, like, so I've been watching Wednesday.
What?
I've been watching Wednesday.
Do you know Wednesday is such an adult
I know,
film?
it's an adult film.
What's Wednesday?
It's a series on Netflix.
Okay.
I've been watching Wednesday, summer season. I'm like, what? You've been watching Wednesday? Unajua nako primo, like literally nakako class 4. I'm a class 5. So you see kids of nowadays unakutana nao unasema, really? Si tuko tunaomba bob. Hey, sinisaidia na 5 bob, naomba tao. Like literally.
Is that really good or a bad thing?
It's a very bad thing.
Imagine.
Because there are different types of
Unapewa
parents.
sumuni, unafurahi, unaambia unataka how
Sumuni saina
much?
nunua ni.
I'm just saying during our time,
Yes,
ulikuwa
sumuni
namba
was a big
5
thing.
bob.
Tuko naiba.
Ukipewa 5 bob. I remember my dad ukipita, alikuwa nakupea, kulikuwa na hizi 5 bob nono, hizi kubwa, you know them.
Yeah.
Ukikuwa results ikikuja unapewa hiyo. You never see money. Unafurahi, unaenda kubuy ice. Kenda shule unaenda kubuy, like you feel like you worked for it, unajua. You worked for that shit. Sasa saa hizi unaambia mtu yeye anakwambia, "Jizi, my niece is calling me and telling me, hi, I've started saving. Can you top me up?" Niko like, maybe ataniomba so. Because the last time I checked alikuwa maybe PP2. Akaniambia, nikamwambia, so how much do you want? I just wanted 1,000. Mimi mwenyewe sina do. Nikamwambia, okay, we'll see. So
Hata wezi jiaibisha ni kama si.
Sina.
Nikapata savings zake ni mingi kuliko zako.
And then namuuliza, so what do you want to buy? Kids are crazy.
Alikuwa anataka kununua nini?
I want to buy for grandmother, her birthday is coming soon. I'm like, we couldn't think about that. I know, right? Kids.
Ushaibaia mzazi wako present?
Kila siku. Every birthday.
Wewe kupumua si present.
No, every birthday I buy her something, yeah. Or I send her money.
Never bought you.
Duh.
No. Me, I do. And even her, she still buys me stuff.
Yani ni bayani. Mi kwanza sasa nikwambie, before I met my dad, after nime introduce her for the first time.
Yeah.
So the second time tulikuwa tunafaa kupatana.
Amenibaya nini?
I know.
It's just the truth. At least unazangalia vitu hata mama kwa amekubali.
Yeah,
Unaona kwa listen nimekubali kitu nitakwambia
Yeah.
utakujia. But for my dad nakumbuka after the first time I met him, the second time nilikuwa call, it was my birthday. Namwambia, hey, so he didn't know like ni mimi. He thought it was my mom. Namwambia, hey, ni Joby, it's my birthday. And I wanted you to send me something. Nafikiria pesa inaokotwa. It's just the second time I'm talking to this man.
You've never met him.
Nafikiria pesa inaokotwa. So niko like, Mwambia, that's why your children are running away from you. That's why you would have never seen me. And nikaambia mazangu akaniambia wa. Not really. She was happy because I talked like that. It was the reality.
It's crazy,
You know?
It's
Because he doesn't know how to be affectionate at all. Like,
yeah.
I think pia wamekuwa thug love sana.
hey.
Mimi hadi sikuwa isema zile vitu za I love you. Hizo vitu sikuwa iona kwa
Niambia
familia.
mzazi wako
I love you
unampenda.
aje, you just show it.
Just show it.
Action. As we are not like watu wa mdomo, I love you, let's hug it out. No.
Maybe my mom and I used to hug a lot.
Spoon after 2 days nikienda kumgotea nitamhug.
Mhm.
But if we talk on phone, I won't be like, I love you. Oh, no.
Okay. So our first Reddit of the day, very basic but very interesting. What are some TV shows to watch when you're lonely?
When you're lonely.
TV shows.
Yeah, like you said Wednesday or something.
That is not lonely.
No, like when you're feeling like my shiny pen. By that I don't.
Animations.
Animation.
I'll always do animations.
Yeah, I think I'll do reality.
Okay.
Yeah, I love reality. I love the drama, everything. Itaanza tukufikiria. It inanirahisisha nini and drama. I guess.
Okay.
You don't?
Animation to go anytime. Hata kama I've watched it, it reaches it hata kama I'm not watching. Just making those noises.
And the colors.
No, just even the noises themselves are just enough.
I think I'm at a position where I'm trying to watch less animation because I basically watch one thing and everybody knows Family Guy. And it's gotten to a point where I think I can hear Peter and the actor. You know.
You're replaying people in Peter's
Yeah,
house.
no, listen, I can
Like in your head.
Yeah,
Peter's
no, why? And it's random, especially so, and that literally happened nikikuja. So si nimeacha pod zangu kwa studio.
Yeah.
So now I have to interact with society. I'm just there and I found myself literally replaying Family Guy scenes kwa kichwa tu. And they're making me happy and I'm like, this is not okay. And it's like it's line by line by line by line, a whole scene is done. That's not okay. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like they can just make you happy. I'm an avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar, I don't even need to see. If you're, as long as I hear, I can tell you what's happening, what episode that is, and who's fighting.
Normally I'd put on SpongeBob, but since I discovered all the gayism and everything, everything like Pink Panther way.
Lie.
Pink Panther. You watched Adventures?
Of Pink Panther.
No, Adventure like a
the whatever
the dog thing and the Mikonorefu.
The guy.
Yeah.
You know that there's a theory, actually not a theory. The dog died a long time ago. And I was actually watching this, and it's a whole episode where now they go back to the present, and he's an old man, and he's like, I forgot that I can't remember the name of the dog, that he died a long time ago, and now, and you're like, what? So he's been imagining.
Courage 60.
Courage, huh? Courage.
Kuna courage, and then there's what? Adventure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dope shows. But Courage was scary. I don't know for me. I don't know if you all remember this, the Cramp twins.
Yeah, the Cramp twins.
Yeah. Wayne and I can't remember the other one's name. Yeah, one was purple.
Was it blue?
Yeah, no, purple. He was purple.
Yeah, purple.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Why is one kid purple?
With the big eyes.
Yeah. Then they were evil.
Sanjay Craig.
No.
That is so new, I think, for especially Nickelodeon time.
Yeah, you watched Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Man.
Because of my sister.
Yeah, me too. I watched a little bit of Nickelodeon. Not me.
Nickelodeon came after my time.
Okay.
But I did watch a few Nickelodeon shows, but I was I
Sometimes.
grew up with Cartoon Network.
Oh,
So for me, Cartoon Network is always the goat.
Yeah.
Anything.
Samurai Jack.
Oh man. And then it was bought by Adult Swim because when it was on Cartoon Network, it never finished. They discontinued the show.
Yeah.
So Adult Swim bought the show and they finished it. Like now you can watch Samurai Jack from start to finish, on any streaming platform.
And it's also even a whole movie.
Yeah. I feel like they should adapt it to real life.
Yeah.
You know, like the way they did to even Avatar. But what? Yeah, Undo the goat. Undo himself to Funza.
Johnny Bravo.
Na Ben 10.
What did Johnny Bravo teach you?
I know, right?
Ben 10.
Did Johnny Bravo? Nah, but one of
At
the
night?
Yeah.
man, I'd stay late.
Man.
It was until 5, and then 5 wanaeka CNN till 6 because like unaanza kwenda back when you had no phone, you had to look for your friends physically. You go there, okay?
Yeah.
Unaambiwa ametoka ameenda hivi, unaenda hivyo. Okay.
And you could find each other. You might wonder how we did that. Ujui tu penye ameenda hivi, lakini unajua penye ameenda.
By faith,
Unasema
bro.
kwa mezenu.
Yeah.
Kina huyu na hapo
Kama
ndio
haiko
hapo.
kwa udema kwa ule msee.
Yeah. Hapa mashimo zote zao unajua. Yeah, man, it was so dope, and that's why I feel like kids nowadays don't really get to enjoy life
Like,
the
I believe
same.
you guys also used to do like sanane ikifika ndo mshaoga.
Si ndio?
Sunday best.
Kaluku.
Mnapatana tu kabezi.
Asubuhi ndio mnaenda kucheza ball, mnachafuka. Afternoon na mna ride mabike nini by saa 8
Yeah.
mmerudi tena mmepiga luku, sasa ni kuchokoza.
Ni kutembea, and then
kutembea
where are we
malap.
going?
You know, like no destination.
No destination.
Like
and
6
it's every day.
bad.
Nimeparara.
Mbaya kwa miguu.
Mamangu alikuwa ananiambia hizo dole zitaisha. Hata si ukishaanza kutembea sasa ni adole. And then
Yeah.
later in my life, like nilikuwa natembea. Ikishafika 1, they used to wander every day. Then they were telling me ni adole tu itaisha. So after now nimemaliza high school. I come back home. The same people are there tutafutani. Like literally tuko now nisha join first year tuko like okay. Umerudi hadi wewe, si tuko holiday. Design you're like okay nitakutafuta mtafute. We are waiting for each other. Mimi niko home anambia siku hizi mbona uendi? Mbona uendi banya ulikuwa unaendaga ni adole iliisha. We were walking nowhere literally.
Unataka tukutesa wakuone.
Nuko tu unatembea madem.
Mna hope patana machali fulani huko mbele.
Mtawapata mnajua base yao wamekaa
Na sisi kulikuwa na kale ka body pia ka teenage tu. Me I had body. Yo. Acha tu. Unavaa tu jeans ka hipster.
I know.
Wewe unaenda kupita kwa tu vijana na sikia tu
Wana kusumbua.
una sweat mbaya.
I know.
You don't sweat.
I know.
You used to sweat like you feel in goosebumps uko like hey yo.
What is happening?
Little
Alafu
Miss Sunshine
kuna
anasema
I
ati
know.
okay grandpa and grandmas.
I know. But it's true. What did you watch? Anakani wanike samani.
What did you watch, Little Miss Sunshine? But yeah, like there's that kutotu.
Man, let me tell
Hadi
you.
leo ndio maana spendangi watoto wakifunga shule. Like you can always tell. And kila
Joby of course is known to be having daddy issues. Joby has no job, live alone at home. Joby ako tu. So mimi nule tu demwa kudandia form.
Yeah.
Because wale madem tu tungedandianga tu form. So that day mimi nikaitwa nikaambiwa pull up. Kuna watu wanakam leo tonight we have a nini reload tu imerudi.
nasema ni verify. Yeah, but
Yeah, so nikaambiwa pull up leo kuna wase wanakam unisaidie kupika of course cause nilikuwa nalipisha kupika that time machapos manini nini nitapika me I used to charge. So nikaitwa nikaambia since this can be extra money for me, my hair was looking bad, that's why nitengeneza two lines nivae two wig nilikuwa na two wig. So nikaambia don't go home, stay over for the night. Hata for the couple few days there's a party going on. Mimi sina kitu ya kwenda kufanya mta, si nikaka. The first day waka pull up walikuwa wamechoka wakaenda kudoze kwa hoteli because the house was too small to fit everyone. So they come the next day. The next day kabidi the host watafute mattress penye sawa watalala juu they are talking business throughout the whole night tukikatch up a few drinks. So mimi niko part of the business nimeincludiwa. Ani kunipima tu akili hata I was not part of the business. Shout out to all of you. Kunipima tu. So mimi nikale kadem nakaja kadem kana kafiti tu kwa group kana fatu kwa hapo. So usiku tukienda kulala one of them alikuwa I think na girlfriend. Sijui alitoka I can't remember looking guy. Nikaambiwa Joey, you've been looking for a boyfriend. She was a sexual pervert man is sex pervert. Like alikuwa tu pervert flani.
Alikuwa tu poni.
Wewe jaribu uniambie.
We like such girls.
Niko like, wait, what do you mean ni jaribu? That's really nisumbua akili the whole night. Niko like, who dem namba na mimi bebadi. And why would
alikuwa nakupim?
Alikuwa shaambiwa niitie kale.
Alikuwa anasema huyu tutampea jobi.
Nitie.
So mwezi niambia shit. Hiyo ndo ho hapa. So una try kuleta uhozi wako kwangu. Kunifanya nikaeka juu. Uwezi fanya jili umezuiwa.
I know.
Literally.
Yeah.
Mlikwesha bonyo.
Wakaenda Mombasa. Sijui kama kidogo ili happen.
Kama
wakaniacha kwa nyumba.
See, we are part of the business.
Niliachwa. I was told, hey, you know, the budget ilikuwa budgetiwa. Na wakifanya hizo vitu zingine I was there. No, niko like, but you guys knew my birthday is coming.
Kupeana na mimi.
You guys knew my birthday is coming. You guys hyped me about my party. You even told me sijui nifanye nini. Shout out to Mose, tulijibamba.
I know, right?
Tulikuwa na Mose. We had fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna say that when you go down on a girl, you should spell the ABCs with your tongue.
ABCs.
Turns out we don't need to do all that.
I know why.
Yeah.
You're the best tongue.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Whoever told you that is dumb.
Oh man.
So hii unaenda kama ni capital E ni
Hivyo.
hivi alafu hivi mara tatu.
Urarua lips za msichana. I know. Biology.
What?
Isn't advice the job?
I know. Nisa uliduaje? Ukienda hapo ni
spell
ABC.
So do you spell like ABCs like kubwa ndogo ama you just do kubwa alafu ndogo?
Kipala dem cycle ni zote kubwa.
Apeni ndogo. ABCs. Mwingine anasema ati that you can come only them you can come from sitting on the washing machine.
You can get pregnant when you ride a bicycle.
Hiyo ilikuwa ya lose virginity if you ride bike.
Yeah.
They tell girls that they won't be virgins anymore that they're.
Na ukipanda mti. You remember also girls of forbidden.
Me love climbing trees. Ukaambiwa wewe.
Sisi tulipanda. Mimi nilivunjika.
Not like that.
Oh my god, really? Yeah. Damn. Oh, I forgot.
I had so many opportunities.
Literally. I said I'm going to be at your one.
I know there was.
We're gonna say that eat out a girl like you're eating a juicy peach.
No move.
Sasa ama unakulanga picha aje?
Boy fulani alinikisa aliniuma mdomo.
Kuna watu wajuangi kukiss.
Mangu ni fura.
But I experienced that in high school mostly.
Sasa nataka kwenda kumexplainia nimetoka wapi mdomo wangu wa furumi. Kula. Na wachi. Na alafu sasa mimi nilikuwa mdogo naenda nakaa experience hapo kole.
Unaenda nyumbani.
Alilumia man.
Unaenda nyumbani hivi.
Sasa saizi alafu nimefura ndana jana horanga hii.
I think maybe mine was bad.
In fact mtu angeaipi
pia kwa piana picha.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But the last thing nifanye nini? Mano.
Guy.
Where's the teeth?
I need a grind.
Guy.
Nilistuka niko like what?
What?
Ni uma lips.
Kwani tu hapa yaje? Hey yo.
Sasa at least alikufunza do.
Me imagine I never went to him. I just didn't. I was like kikitifai kukua hivi. I've tried before and sikuwa nimeumia mdomo.
Walai.
Yako naumia.
Ukamfunza.
No, I just left.
Wala.
Like, pia hata alikuwa mkubwa. Hao wakubwa hajishi yet. I was in high school, like maybe form 4.
Yeah.
And then
Have you
like third ama second year na anaumana mdomo really.
Ulikuwa high school uko Ocha,
Anaona
mwenye
soap
uko
opera
mtu ako na yeye ni wa campus mwenye ni wa Ocha.
Soap
Of course
opera.
atakuja
Kwanza
Ocha.
ndio alikuwa KMTC.
Unaona?
Yeah,
Soap opera.
You don't do that.
Wow.
I feel like we should have kissing classes for like watu wakifika certain age wanaenda
No,
kissing
just
classes.
try, no classes.
Trial and error. Umwa.
Usimwishana mtu.
Imagine-
Because my sister was asking me, "Mimba na mdomo yako?" I think maybe she knew because I come to think about it. Right
Yeah.
now I'm like, okay, nilimwambia of course something off. I don't
Yeah.
remember, but
Shit. No, but the thing is, ndio kitu ngoda realize as you get older, our lives as kids were so dumb. Like hadi saa zingine inabidi tu mzazi wako akuangalia anaona ni uongo na akwambia sawa enda.
I don't think I've lied. Personally, I used to be caught.
Wallahi.
Yeah, like you just knows it's the truth. Like, yo, you are here, I was there. Like, are you having spies on me? Because budangu angeambiwa kila mahali. Na sijua alikuwa anajuanga kila mahali penye uko.
Yeah.
Kishwari. Mbona mama ose? Mbona uko? Huyo, ako uko. Niko like, how you know all this? You have spies on me?
So huyo anasema my sister once told me, you know how guys say suck my nuts? Don't do that. Do you know why she said that? I'm curious. What's wrong with sucking nuts? So my mother told me, don't start having sex because once you start, you won't be able to stop.
for real. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're a virgin, you're not going to umejieka.
No woman.
Like uko tu the fear of the unknown, I guess. Once you already do it,
Huyo anasema,
don't stop.
my brother told me not every woman likes foreplay. He was wrong. What? Mimi sijaelewa, and kindly correct me if I'm wrong. Mbona unaenda tu hata, you know, when you want to bake bread, let me use a metaphor here. You even apply butter on the pan before you put in the dough. Hawekangi tu hiyo dough kama kumekauka. You know what I mean? Like prepare shamba, hata shamba ukienda kulima unataka inyeshewe kidogo na kamaji. Ikuwe wet kidogo. So why would you tell somebody that not all girls like foreplay? Anyway, shout out to you, fam.
Ndio watu. Ani kujibu. Nimuonyeshe kopi.
At when I was about 10 years, my babysitter out of nowhere very eagerly told me, make sure you shower after you have sex, otherwise your parents will smell it on you. That's how I got caught.
Alishawa.
No, like the babysitter got caught because she was smelling of sex.
Really?
What? When I had a babysitter, she would force me to watch scary movies and I would scream and have nightmares. It was fun though, I enjoyed it. But yeah, as we move on, what are some of your Reddit, you know, will you download?
Na try kuangalia kwanza TikTok if we are on. See, it's like we have each user on if we are on.
Okay,
Oh, we're on.
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me.
So, I don't know kama as we get to continue before to get Reddit. Did you see in the morning,
Yeah.
KRA did say they're going to be charging 40 bob to send 100 bob.
Kai. Silikuanga free.
No, so it's 40 bob say. Imagine 40 bob to send 100 bob.
KRA.
Why?
Why?
Like, is that like EFT or is that
Is
mobile
that
money?
Safaricom or KRA?
Because KRA
Kutuma
cannot.
pesa kwa M-Pesa, like kutuma so kwa M-Pesa.
No, that's now Safaricom.
No, but they can't fix Safaricom's rates.
So I don't know how that is happening, but that was a video I saw in the morning. Someone,
Okay.
yeah.
They
There's
can't.
just a lot of taxes being introduced that don't make sense. Many mingi tu sana hazina make sense.
Kama wanafanya hivyo.
Then how is KRA? But there was also this time we were reporting and we were saying there's a way that KRA is now trying to work with, of course, Safaricom. If you've not been filing your returns, they can actually access it from there. But I don't know if it was passed or not. But I also reported today in the morning where a man was actually crying and lamenting on how amekatwa mshwari. Amefungiwa mshwari na amepewa 1 week. If he doesn't refund the loans he had taken before, wanaikata from mshwari.
Wow.
Now Safaricom can actually freeze your mshwari balance. Kama ulikuwa umesave money in mshwari and you have loans maybe kwa your line, mshwari loans ama KCB you took in that line, wana freeze account yako ya loans zenye ziko kwa mshwari. They give you, like this guy was given a week, and then if you don't clear your loan, hiyo pesa yenye iko kwa mshwari they used to pay. So right now people are saving through mshwari. You just know you should save without any loan outside. If you have a loan and maybe
cash out. Actually,
cash out.
we'll have to go back to cashing out.
Yeah.
Like work with money.
Man, I'm not even used to that.
We'll have to come. Mali tunelekea, it's not gonna be.
I'm not used to that. Personally, you know, my whole notion with money is this: how many people have touched it?
It's dirty, I know. That's why you wash your hands after you touch it.
Yeah, but probably I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we have to go back to our cash economy because the rate at where's Galaxy? We are back. We are better now. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah,
you
taxes.
digress. Or taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am ready. So are you guys getting these things?
So, as we talk about taxes as well, we have a conversation that has been going on Reddit today. What wanasema, how despised do you think Ruto is? The topic was how hated is Ruto. How despised do you think this guy is? Ama it's just online talk. On the ground, do people like him? I can only speak for my immediate circle where we despise him passionately, including my Kikuyu dad who voted for him. Anyway, is it the general consensus that he's horrible among everybody? What's your opinion on that? Do you think how unpopular do you think Ruto is among the Kenyan people right now?
It is really unpopular, and it's so sad because he came out to say, I don't care even if I become the most unpopular person, so long as my conscience is clear and I'm doing the right thing. This person, there's nobody that speaks well of him. After his own, like if we even go back to maybe people from Talent, whatever, they still face the same thing. At the end of the day, I think I was saying this yesterday, Kenya napitia sahi hapa Rongai, somebody in Mombasa napitia, somebody in Kericho napitia. Sio eti nikibuy sugar hapa hivi at 300, mtu ako Nakuru ataibuy at 100. All of us tuna face, regardless if you voted or not. So everybody's facing his wrath and everybody's just angry. Nobody's actually talking positive stuff. Eti amefanya nini? Huyu ni mtu mzuri. None, unless ni mtu amepewa pesa mkono ama somebody who is trying to get into his safe space. But literally ukitembea kwa streets and everywhere, people despise him. Yeah. Talking about me and my people.
You and the immediate circle.
Yeah, me and my immediate circle.
Yeah.
For me, I wanna refer it to something and a situation I saw Jana, and I mentioned it on my show. There was demolishing of houses, sijui ni wapi, Jana. And there was this mama was crying, mbaya sana. And I went to the comments, and one of the comments I saw is this lady was saying, ati ndo shida ya kuvote kiukabila, ati you all vote with tribalism and now this is the effect of it. And I went down to a comment, I said, you're actually very correct, but at the same time, this is nothing to do with voting. This is poor leadership. Because apparently, if this is affecting gorofa moja ina Wakikuyu ama Wakale, there's mixture of tribes in one apartment. So you can't tell me that this is affecting Kikuyus just because we didn't vote for him, or this is affecting me as a law because I did vote for him or didn't. This is poor leadership, and we see the effect of it, and that is what actually is taking place. Ruto is being called out by journalists. Mona, hiyo video ya Mwaura Vihiga, sijui Mwaura Vihiga. Mona,
Gani you?
Mwaura, I think he's a citizen reporter.
I know him.
Asking Ruto. Right now, Ruto is not in the country. He went to South Korea, right?
Yeah.
Not yet back.
Apparently, he went with a commercial flight.
Oh, wow. So people have been questioning him. What is with these summits? You said you're never going to attend summits. You never want to be summoned again. He went back to the same thing. Alisemanga kitambo. Ati yes, we agree. We need to talk to these people so that they can bring summits to Africa so that the budget can be cheap. But you're still doing this as you talk about. You spoke about it, but you're still attending. So the question of Kenyans is, should we even trust anything you've promised? Because there's nothing you're doing.
Exactly.
You know, and people. I said earlier that people actually wanaona. Kiangalia TikTok. Jana nilishinda TikTok nikiangalia tu ma video. People are mad.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I also feel like people can't go on the streets all the time, and then sometimes we actually say it kwa ground vitu ni different. Hata kwa people, the same people when you wako kwa hizi streets za social media are the same Kenyans, you know, at the end of the day. And then also unaona ukijipeleka kwa barabara, you meet police wrath, you meet tear gas, you might even die. So if you want to see people mad, angalia hata kwa social media. Every time there is somebody, even the funniest joke, they come in really bad ways. Hakuna venye Ruto, if you hate Ruto button, no, that is like the worst way to say it. But it's also like comes in a very comic way. You know, as deep as that, or even as simple as that, even anything that is related, utasikia tu leo mtu tu post Ruto pahali kwa hizi vlogs, uangalie comment section. After during his birthday, it's savage and savage. So a lot of people are passing through this. A lot of people have a lot to say, and Kenyans are seeing it's not easy. Mostly if you are now an adult and a youth and you know the life. Imagine when we were younger, you guys, we didn't actually see it because our wazazi ndio walikuwa nafanya kila kitu. But get that dependent life, or rather just be independent and start buying stuff. As low as even buying bread, as low as even buying a pen, from even buying something that was actually 25, right now it's at 60, you know. You just feel that wrath, and everybody's like, no, this is not fair.
It pisses me off.
People off.
Do you remember, Sijuka ulikuwa na, you ever had this gum, Baba Haba? Ama Haba. It was a gum tukiwa toi. It used to cost like 50 bob, like it was really big gum. Naiangalia saa hii ni 200 plus.
Labda saa hii ndio ile Jolly City whatever.
It's still the same thing. Job breakers now are zilikuanga
so
ni 230.
Wow.
Yeah, because I bought a job breaker the other day, man. Shout out to Quickmart for having job breakers still.
Yeah, the job breakers are really nice.
Yeah, na watu wengi wapendi job breakers, wamezoea hizi sweeties za
zinatokesha
ba.
But it's nice.
But I was like, what? How is this 200 plus? How is this what? And you realize it's the overtaxation for us to get things into the for things to come into the country. The amount of taxes tunalipa ndio tu tupate basic services sahi with this regime is crazy. It's crazy. Ask people who are doing import and exports the kind of duty they have to pay. It's crazy, you know. And just even the normal Kenyan, si wamesema wanaongeza tax kwa maziwa na mkate. Wamesema they are fighting diabetes by kuongeza tax kwa mkate.
Tunapata place ya kubai maziwa ya ng'ombe hadi kwenda huko. Sasa tu kuna wakulimaji kwenda huko.
Shout out to, unajua kwa Jobi kuna monkeys.
Sisi kwetu wendi kwa shop.
Wala.
Kuna place pa kunini tu hapo.
Maziwa.
Zile zinaenda tunaekewa hivi na chupa yako.
Mimi sana niko na watu wakamua, unaenda tunaekewa inataka.
Kidogo Jobi atakwambia mimi hata wakamui nilinyonya hiyo ng'ombe.
Kuna niko na shamba yangu. What you talking about? Kidogo niko na shamba yangu.
Jobi ana jog to the car.
Ndio nasema hivi sisi hatukunywi maziwa.
watu wenye ni lactose intolerant wanafurahi
I know
sana.
mimi, shout out to me.
Wala, you can't handle dairy.
I can't, man.
Wewe ndio kila kitu kukataa.
Too much milk in me.
Good one.
Hata sina come back to that one. I can't even yeah. But Shmani, you had
I don't know how to use Reddit.
You don't know how to
I
use
don't know, I
Reddit.
have it, but
Hata
I
mi
still
sijui,
don't know.
mbona
how to
nidanganye?
see, it's just stories
use it. You
all
just
over.
read yours.
So okay, let me get something.
Do you search?
No, it's just here. So they are different. I'll show
So,
you after
Yeah,
the
I
show.
don't have.
I wanted us to talk about Ian Njoroge.
Okay.
Ian Njoroge. So before we get to talk about Ian Njoroge, actually I didn't know June is men's mental health awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you try to look at our society and our men, we don't get to talk about this.
Yeah.
What men go through.
Yeah.
And I remember there's a conversation we were having. Now I think you and the chow were like surprised me having the thought I had in defending men and what they go through in marriages, in relationships, and life. But realistic, the realistic, the realness the realistic of life, wanaume wanapitia shida sana.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it. Jana, I think jana majuzi, we had our officer sijui from which whatever who shot himself, and according to the article released today,
He was a CIA agent.
he left a note of
note.
him being depressed.
Yeah.
So this actually, and then there's a video I saw on TikTok where they talk about Ian Njoroge. This guy was actually defending police officers and what they go through, and where there's this also police officers talking about the gap between Mwananchi and the gap
police.
and the police.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot, and if you try to look at it, there's a lot to actually discuss in it. There's first, the question is, our police officers trained? That is number one. That is the question. And according to the video I was watching on TikTok, this guy said police officers are actually very well trained. And now I say, wakifanya makosa, si mwananchi, we assume that wao and scot free. But ile shida wanapitia huko ndani, we have no goddamn idea. And the way I was trying to narrate and I went through the comments, actually majority of the people were agreeing with him. And I'm like, wait, I think I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Wakifanya makosa pia hao ikwangi easy for them. And that's why actually you see a cop, they'll tell you majority of the time, so before kama mko na case, you don't involve a lawyer. If you've heard that, majority of the time police officers will beg you don't involve a lawyer. Usipeleke either mbele, if possible msolve hapo. Juu yake patikana kwa ngori aitamwendea vizuri. So if you try look at it and what is described, like what we, the common mwananchi, we assume, if police officers are trained, there is a yes question and there's a no. There's a yes answer and there's a no answer for most of the people. And
unajua amu nataka kutoroka. So at the end of the day, I feel like they've created them in a way where they have actually become the enemy of the people instead of men of the people. So at the end of the day, these police officers come into fights or create that space where nobody trusts a police officer regardless.
Yep.
So hata akipitia kitu, we don't see that side of him, or rather we don't see that side of police wanting to help us. All we see is, hey, apparently alifanya hivi, they don't deserve it. Unajua?
Yeah.
Because we don't know what they go through. We are not allowed in there.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. The police, in fact, before stika nyi mshaingia kwa hizi
It's a very secretive.
It's very secretive, and then there's a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Nakumbuka kwanza ukienda huko kuingia huko kwa majeshi, kwa nini, the idea you have to behave in a certain way, you have to behave like this, and it's not people friendly. So with that, we can't even know whatever they are going through.
Yeah.
And the animosity, also the training they've actually put into these police officers huko ndani, whatever they are being trained, whatever they are being taught, that has made them inhumane and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy. Mi siwezi onea polisi room, regardless hata Kenya wanapitia.
Where I have sympathy for police is the psychological bit, because their job is very traumatizing.
Yeah, psychological effective.
Yeah.
Because imagine he puts in his life on the line for you to feel safe. Okay? And sometimes even taking a life, it's not easy. It's not easy every day having to be called to collect dead bodies. It's not easy every day dealing with domestic violence cases. It's not easy the things they see, just the experiences. It's not easy seeing decapitated bodies every week. It's not easy living with your conscience or even your own self from even their own mistakes. So maybe even killed somebody kibahati mbaya. Like that, the guy who killed that woman's child.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional. Guess what he's going through? No. Maybe he was slapping her, slapped the baby by mistake,
Yeah,
the
that
baby
is what
died.
happened.
But they still did.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not wrong what they did. It's very inhumane, it's very wrong. But do you understand that there's now a psychological effect to this person's action? No matter how wrong it is,
I think they don't have, I think they may be taught
no,
not to have it.
no. You
Regardless
can't.
how watu wana shoot wase, so they
Yeah.
don't have that.
So,
Hawezi kuwa na emotions.
so,
I think they're taught how to. That's why unapata hapa nje wako ruthless.
so, and that is why I was asking, is it still the police force or service? Because if it was service, they would have counselors that and therapists, psychiatrists that deal with the trauma that they go through from their daily work. Because you might be somewhere and you watch your friend die because you all were fighting some people who were robbing anywhere.
They have psychiatrists.
And do you understand why they have psychiatrists and why they should see these psychiatrists? Because the more you do these things and you let these things pile up, is the more your brain reaches its mental limits. And that's when you now start tripping. That's when you see people lose their minds. Because your brain it's like you're working out and you're just tensing the muscle without letting it have any sort of release. Okay? It will tear itself apart. And that's what happens when you don't seek. And that's why personally, me or Rumia, when it comes to the psychological bit, me or Rumia, because you can see, if you have a friend or you know anyone who was in the or is in the police service, look at them now and then try to remember them before they got into that line of work. And you will see the difference in this human being, even how they perceive life and how they perceive human life. Because he knows he might go on patrol and not come home. How many of us live like that every day? Yeah, it's them. Not they are fighting the thieves. Okay? So he lives like a criminal. Ako inje usiku. Literally living like a criminal for our benefit, fighting those criminals, probably getting stabbed. Like imagine.
But also look at themselves after retirement when you're lonely. Vitu zinawasumbua akili. Most of them lose their minds.
Yeah,
like
kama watakufa na
police
ukimwi.
Most of them kufa na ukimwi.
Mbaya.
Go around. Threaten madam.
Kama una kitu nipatie. Unapewa ukagonjwa.
Yeah, but I feel like ukiangalia even the difference between after the police service or after their work now wakienda retire, they actually are miserable people.
They are never okay.
They are never okay. So at the end of the day, of course, they face
what you do to people.
Yeah, it always comes back. So regardless, are there good police officers?
Yeah, we'll say they are good police officers because I say that because from the video I saw Jana, this cop actually is talking from a very humane point of view. Like, he started by first saying that, when he saw, and which actually personally I was like, of course there's so many bad cops as well. There are so many people also wish they can lay their hands on a cop, but never got the chance.
Me.
Exactly, me too. Like, I wish I did that, but I couldn't. I wish I also reported, but I couldn't. I'm a cop. There's nothing you can do, and that's what majority of the people are scared of because at the end of the day, is a cop. There's nothing that is gonna happen. And that's why we come to the point of what if we do report? Do we know what really happens to them? I don't agree. There's good cops because this guy said he was so crushed seeing the comments of how many people are laughing of this guy or the cop was being beaten. And if you try to look at the video, by this girl was just so humble. It looks like just someone's dad. Someone probably just listen calmly. It's okay. You have your own point, but personally, say like anakatu mtu old, mtu very humble, but I'm saying hata probably akona two health issues zake, but he has to be on duty, because at the end of the day, let's agree, these cops are not also, they're not paid well. We're speaking of cops living actually in very trashy places. If it's not from hizo kambi wamepatiwa, literally kuna wenye na rent na wanaishi ghetto, and that's why they keep on taking 50-50 from people. So we do have good cops, and he went ahead and even did another video. Is like, god damn, people came attacking me because I said this was so inhumane of you attacking someone who actually was so defenseless. This shows the gap between the Mwananchi and the cop, which is true what you just explained. Cops and Mwananchi, we should be working together. I should be able to call 911, hey, this, I feel like, yo, our apartment is not safe, or I've been raided, this and this is happening, and quick, immediately, without asking 10,000 for you asking me 10,000 for you to come work. You exactly, like we're supposed to be working together. Actually, it's not supposed to be just them to service us, you know. Come on.
Yeah, shout out.
You know, you can't work. I think they've also been created. They've been created to fight against people. However much you want to fight.
They are government too.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Blackout Fire. He says, call the authorities on this guy hammering.
I'm telling you, they are really hammering. Wow.
Joe Mosquito says, tell Joby to return the heater. You're all covered up like you're really freezing.
It's right here.
And then
it's just right here.
He also says, Kamlesh, are you going to let Joby talk to you like that? Talk to me how? I know,
Joe Mosquito, what are you saying? You like fire.
He's on blackout fire.
Literally.
He's always lighting up.
But what you're saying is really true. There's a very big divide. Very big divide. And yet this cop looked harmless. He looked fatherly.
Exactly, because they never tried. Most of the cops, will see them trying to attack back, you know?
Me personally, I'm looking at it from this perspective. There were cameras involved. So, the moment, because listen, and I'm not picking sides, but at the end of the day, what happened before the cameras? Okay? Because this guy drove, right? He drove the cop, they were together in this car, together, right? The only time there were cameras was when he was beating him. So what might have provoked him? And not even that. If I am a cop and I already see there is cameras, I'll behave, Joby. Because who boys ananipiga? Nikijaribu kujidefend na msheka cameras. Itakuwa another thing else. What if I just do a reverse psychology where ikuwe sasa wewe ndo nani? Like I'm not saying he didn't beat him. Maybe beat, but because Joby don't just believe a cop will come and tell you nipe pesa kwa urahisi.
The witnesses and the truth bearers ni wenye walikuwa
wakirecord.
No, and also the people who are recording, they're the only people who can tell us actually what really took place. Was this guy really demanding 10,000 for real, or what was going on?
But this is where the true face of the cops comes into focus. Okay, when they arrested him, now you get to see the real police force.
No, exactly.
They walimfinya maguado. How do you say that na kizungu?
They need his balls.
They squeezed his balls.
Squeezed his balls.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
And a whole lot of other beatings.
Exactly.
The only thing we had after they arrested him was the video of them interrogating him like he's a slave, asking him mama yako anafanyanga kazi gani. What does that matter here? Okay, and it's then where this guy, while he's going to court, okay, they're having to seek medical permission for him to be taken to hospital ndio ashughulikiwe because of what the cops did. If you're truly trying to transform the image of the police force, I will still use that term. Hii utumishi kwa wote is only kama uko na pesa. Utumishi kwa wenye wana pesa.
And it also it's true, because if you, I don't know, I'll just say we have good cops and bad cops, but majority would say, majority, and what we see, because even after that, if really this cop was innocent, and they're trying to show us the misunderstanding between the Mwananchi and a cop, we should see from the treatment, the way you're treating this guy. Number one, you saw the viral picture of him being held, right? There's a picture we didn't see of the cops who are laughing aside.
Exactly.
It's going viral too.
Exactly.
The only picture that was going viral is when he was held on his neck. but we're not seeing who is holding his neck. So now the pictures are being revealed of those who are holding his neck, and they were laughing. They were laughing.
You see?
And they come out, they also
they
went
were
to
bullying.
his house and turned his house upside down.
Of course.
Yeah,
So you
because
try to
it
observe
was
the
a
picture is a
manhunt.
lot going on.
Yep.
Whatever the protection was all about.
Yeah.
So the cops got mad and they were like,
Mbona unavaa mask? I
Mbona-
saw it on the court session.
and they were trying to chase away the other guy.
Exactly, yeah.
The lawyer was so loud and was like, "Mtoi hapa, this is not what democracy is.
Exactly.
Okay? This is not how you handle a case. You're mishandling him, and that is another way of literally showing a wananchi why I should literally beat you as a cop. You know?
Because Joby, come to think about me, I still say one thing. The guy might have been a good cop, right?
Yeah.
But what happened even before cameras? Because this camera, that car,
Yeah.
your distance yote wali drive. Whatever argument they had, there was no witness there. Ni Ian anaweza sema kenye ilifanyika, and the cop can also
Alikuwa
testify.
ameshikwa.
Your time he was driving. So what is happening there? This guy was explaining that I think he drove in a wrong lane. Sindio, and then the cop came and akamwambia tupeleke hii gari sijiwa wapi anafaa shikwe. And of course the other side alikuwa anasema alikosana bei. Of course unajua they always drive you around wakuonyesha siji nini and they want his money. So he was driving him around and I think wakakosana bei. So Ian got mad or something. Akatoa siji nini siji, they say he had a sword, right? Took the sword out, took the cop out. But yeah, they said he had a sword.
Of course, they're gonna lie.
They said he had a sword.
They
chini ya
already
kiti.
walieka the
Bro,
robbery
any
with violence.
movie.
Yeah.
Asha,
Robbery with violence.
Conan.
But Joby,
Yeah.
alikuwa na drive na ukop wakiwa wawili.
Wawili, so
Hapa
no.
kwa hii gari.
What happened?
Exactly. Mpaka point yenye saa kamera zinaanza kuonyeshwa ni time yenye mvulana anampiga.
What
Really happened in the car? There's no other witness. It's only the two of them. It's
True,
a
by
cop
the way.
against mwananchi.
True.
So if we try to say it, this cop, we don't know what might have provoked. Because if you ever gone through a cop, you know very well, hata akitaka hiyo pesa kuambia kwa uzuri. They will harass you. They will make you feel like shit.
True.
They will say everything. And now I'm thinking about it. Sindio, Karau anasema ligongwa. Kamera zishatolewa. Watu washaanza kusema huyu boy ndiye anapiga Karau. Una expect Karau ajidefend? Hata kama Karau ndiye alikuwa on the wrong side. Dawa anasema simsheka cameras. Cameras will just show how innocent I am. This guy is already losing it. Uji Kenya alimwambia mpaka kaluza ama Kenya alimfanyia huko ndani. Exactly. So we can't actually take it and say, oh, this is, there might be good cops. But what really happened between the two before the cameras? And of course, what also happened when he was being harassed? The pages or the videos of the other side that the cops were doing to this guy. And what has happened in prison or in jail with this guy? Amekuja na damu mwili yake yote kwa nini? Kwa court. What were they doing to him?
Beating him up.
Exactly.
Okay? That is what was happening. And this is why Joby, I was telling you, he should sue the police service. He should countersue them for bodily harm. Because what are they? How do you? This should be a case of trying to show the divide and bringing these two factions together, which is the wananchi and the cops. Because all we know as wananchi ni polisi ni instrument ya serikali ya kutunyanyasa na polisi ni msewa kuchukua hongo.
Exactly.
That's all I know about cops, by the way.
Yeah.
Mimi, no cop has ever helped me for free.
Exactly.
Nada. And it's
Never,
even
ever.
to something you've lost. Unaenda kureport kesi unaambiwa siwacheka kitu ya kufanya tutembea tukitafuta huyu mtu.
Exactly. You report a case and you pay for it.
You pay for your case. And yet my taxes pay you. Why am I paying you double? Why do I have to bribe you? And then ask yourself, what will provoke a young man to a point where anaamua kaa mbaya na kuchandika?
No,
Because
but
it says a lot.
Yeah.
Fine, he might have anger issues
He
and all
might,
that.
yes.
I'm not saying that he's an angel.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm saying. But this case represents a very wide audience and a very large section of the Kenyan public where we do not see police as Kenyans. We see them as government instruments.
and as enemies.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because mimi nikiona Karao, hata kama sina kitu, nishaingia.
Exactly.
I agree with you. So for me, I think this is why we need to go back to the drawing board again. The government and who are actually responsible for this. Because when you talk about training, you just question training. What type of training do we have? It was
Exactly.
from the force to now service. So are we
Have we
getting
changed the
service? And the
service?
type of service
Yeah.
we're getting, actually, they're pathetic. You
Yeah.
know, it's beating, it's tear gas when you're demanding your rights. It's literally brutality.
Yeah.
And we've even been called terrorists when you're demonstrating.
Yeah.
Remember Kidiri Kindiki said
Yeah.
that last year.
Exactly.
Treat them as terrorists. So this goes back actually again to also the training, number one, and also the payment. How are these people paid? We just saw recently ni secondary teachers ama ni primary
17,000.
17,000 to our taxes. What are you living literally? You're living the poorest life literally. That's why we have poverty.
And you're teaching doctors.
You know, literally, if you look at most of the teachers, you know, I never used to understand why is it that you're a teacher, which is supposed to be a high thing, like, you know, na consider unalipwa poa, a doctor, but you're living in slums.
Yeah.
It's the way you're being paid. So I think you should go back to the training, the payments, how much are these people receiving? Because to the point where they have to go to the pocket of Mamonaichi,
Yep.
which makes me angry because I'm also mad about the economy
Yep.
as much as you're also hurting. How are you being paid? Are you being paid well? And I believe kila mtu akilipwa fiti, if you're being paid well, you're gonna do your work correctly.
But don't
Nothing's
those-
gonna stop you from doing your work.
Mr. Black of Fire says because they are enemies, that's the way they were set up. It's not the training, Joby.
But okay, that's how they're set up.
Yeah. They're from. So the police force
I don't
came
understand
from the Askaris who used to homestead Askaris. Those were the train. So from okay, and the thing is, that's where we have to change the mentality, and I feel like we should switch the police from concentrating on physical specimens to people who can actually think.
Intellectuals.
Where
People are smart, man.
be minor minimum. Okay, and once you go there, you're taught psychology and all these things to be able to handle human beings, because what you're really serving is human beings. And if I don't understand psychology, Joby, I cannot siwezi patiana utumishi kwa wote.
Siwezi, nitakuwa tu corrupt or just do
So
things
Usipatana na polisi anajua psychology.
I agree with Kid, and I agree with you saying that that's how it is set up, but it still comes from the training again. Okay, it comes from the training for this to be set up like this. You're trained to treat your people like this because that's what you're just trying to explain from the colonial era. You know, they came, taught their, you know, train their people how to hunt down on their people. So it is all training again. So if we really had true leadership, if we had like the Burkina Faso type of leadership right now, which they're trying to, you know, rebuild, that is what we should be seeing. Like, you know, people now serving
the people,
the interest of the people. You know, it is crazy. It is crazy.
It's a very
But
different.
you guys, I want to ask you a question about this Ian stuff. Okay. So I was having this conversation in the morning, and I'm like, okay, saizi people are coming to say, unajua, and I've seen these people using mothers, okay, to a point of saying, oh, for the sake of the mother, forgive this man, okay. And yesterday, shout out to Sonko. Apparently, the police that was beaten is Sonko's bodyguard, former bodyguard. Yes, and the mom to Ian, Ian's mom called Sonko and pleaded.
Reached out,
and pleaded to him, and Sonko reached, according to him, to the family of, to the guy, right? And the guy said he had forgiven him. Now, forgiving, it is not stated if this is already a case of the state now, or he has forgiven, now he can withdraw the charges. So, and then there's also this governor, is it the women rep of somewhere today in Kenya, came to say, for the sake of the mother of this guy, forgive him. And my thoughts about this, I'm like, okay, should this guy be forgiven and go scot-free, or is there lessons? Because if we just leave also, okay, you can walk away, all right, and you can just beat a police officer, or you can just, next time, just the way we said, not all police, apart from them being police, they're human, all right, they're fathers, they're dads, they have kids,
their
sons, and
daughters.
They also have their own mothers. So are we saying, okay, to Same Ian, aende, or should there be consequences, or should it be used as an example? Because there's also a police officer who was jailed for 7 years. You see, not a police officer guy, jailed for
beating up a police.
for beating a police officer. So Ian might have been a case of maybe somebody who doesn't know to control the anger issues on and stuff like that, and he just lost it, and maybe the family members have talked to him, where achana hasira siku moja kitakupeleka.
If I was the lawyer, I'd plead bipolar.
Literally, if they can prove that.
Yeah.
Because come to think about it, and then when we say it, sasa we are using women. I feel like also women, the world is always lenient with us sometimes.
Of course.
Unajua, and sometimes we take advantage of that because sasa itakuwa as if women, the world will treat a man differently compared to a woman, and a lot of people run away with that as women.
Yeah.
So what is supposed to be done to? Should he be forgiven? Should he be used like what do you think? Like a fair judgment? And also consider, we don't know what happened between him and the police, so we are not also saying the police is innocent. Yeah.
So personally, I don't feel like social or political capital plays any role in this case. It doesn't count in any way whatsoever. It doesn't matter which MCA, which former politician, which whoever does what.
Yeah.
It's already what the only thing that might be of help to this guy is if the cop is the one that filed the charges.
Yeah.
And is the one to withdraw the charges upon reaching a certain consensus. But just because that somebody said what, there should, every action has consequences. Okay? And we should observe the problem from both ends. Okay? Because just if Ian goes to jail, the people that actually hurt him, akiwa jela, should follow him in there.
Exactly.
Straight up. If you're going to make a lesson out of this boy, make a lesson out of the cops that also beat him up.
And the cops that also beat people and kill people.
Yeah, make a lesson out of them as well.
Yeah.
Because it can't be the fact that ni mwananchi solo who suffers when Adima Polisi did him wrong. You did Ian wrong akiwa jela.
Exactly.
Kama mnapeleka Ian jela, pia wenye walimfinya magwado, pia wachukuliwe waekwe koti, watraiwe na waekwe hapo kando ya Ian kwa hiyo jela. If they are going to pardon the boy, he needs a lot of guidance, and he needs to go for anger classes, anger management.
Maybe and pia ni maundu tu mwingine na kwa hata waanze kusema kama nilipiga karaona nilitoka. You know, also creating an example, and then youth will be like, oh, so you can actually get away with this.
See, there are points in life where these are learning moments. These are life-defining moments. So how he approaches this, if he gets away with it, how he approaches his life from here on, because he's a campus student, right?
He's 19.
He's 19. He's supposed to be studying. And that's where him being a 19-year-old is why I feel like we can also be lenient, because he's basically a teenager. He's still a teen. Yeah. Okay? And just because you're 19-year-olds are useless human beings that are only, listen, it's true. Like they don't
I agree.
They don't even understand how the world works yet. Okay? And now what he's getting is a crash course of how the world works. So if he gets to go home free, he should have anger management classes, be put into therapy, and look at his life as an example, of what not to be, and to tell young men, do not be what I was, follow who I am now. Because what I was back then merely had me in kikula beans za serikali. And this is where unambiangwa the wise man learns from the mistakes of others. If the youth are smart, they see where he is because they beat you up. Kuwa mjanja, omoka. Okay?
You know, cops beat you up and you can't do anything. Most of the time they get away with it.
Naenda tunachukua P3. So
most of the times they get away with it. How many cops have actually gotten away with murder? How many cops have
true.
A lot compared to people.
I'm not saying
it's becoming a national issue because
it is.
Yeah, it's becoming.
And I feel like we should talk about it on Tuesday. The pandemic of men and women, young men and women being killed by cops all willy-nilly. Like it's almost like they're trigger happy. Unajua, how many before do you remember back in the day a few years back when the residents of Isili even demonstrated over the extrajudicial killings that were happening over young boys in Isili. Because yeah, there was a problem with theft in Isili, but they cops, whatever, who was shooting some guy on video. Yeah. I remember Kanyaga even a pa, and it's a dead body. Okay, same thing. If what did they do to Gaza in Kayole? If you all remember, it was not friendly.
It wasn't.
They were dropping these kids, and these were 17-year-old kids, and they were being shot in the street like dogs. Like ati hakuna tunakuja kushika. They come and they murder them right there. And now you're telling me this is the person who I should feel some type of way for when they get a taste of their own medicine. Nah, an eye for an eye. And that's the whole thing, in my opinion.
Well, for me, I believe that it should be a learning lesson for both of them. I think something you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Like you said, whatever Ian does from this, and also to the youth, this should be something that you learn, because watu wengi wanasherekea. Like, people are so excited about this, but I was, again, from the video I was watching, it was saying that according to the law, kama umepiga cop, jail term, I think it's either it exceeds either 10 years or doesn't exceed. I'm not sure.
Na cop akinipiga
from
7
to 10 years. So it's either exceed or doesn't exceed. Fine me 1 million. 1 million.
Nani alipo serikali ama polisi?
I don't know. But the economy, so imagine the economy ya Ruto, you can even hear from the mother begging. Utatoa wapi 1 million. That shows that you literally don't even have this amount of money to pay. Even if you have, it will cost probably madeni to save your son and all that.
Kama uko nayo, nani anataka kupeana mita?
I mean, it is crazy. So it should be actually a learning lesson from both parties. The Mwananchi, this is not just Ian, from the Mwananchi as well. Like, don't take matters into your hands, you know. Don't, especially cops, don't try that. Don't try that, especially what majority of the people have been trying to, you know, do again, you know, which they couldn't, because it shows so much anger that people have, and so much anger from so many comments watu wamepitia through makarao. So it goes back to where, you know, are you trained enough? Like you said, what's your level of IQ as well? Like a lot. So both parties should actually be taught, and this is why I go back to the bond between the Mwananchi and the police officers should be actually something that should be, tunafaa tufunzwe, wanafaa kufanya hivi. They're supposed to be taught. This is how you're supposed to operate and work with the Mwananchi. No brutality, and not what our government has set up. To use the right term.
You know, laugh, the funniest bit me, tufike huko mbinguni, tupate ati Ruto ndio Yesu. So alisema atakuja kama mwizi.
Ndio huyo. Achukua taxes.
Kwambia ushuru yako ya kuingia.
But at the end of the day, it all goes back to you as a person. You know. Despite even if we say the cops have been built like they've been corrupted, maybe it was just in you and it just came out. It all comes back to you. And also to Ian, man. And not only Ian, let's not look at it from a perspective of Ian. How do you control yourself? It goes back to anger management, the consequences. You know, it's very funny. It's very funny because was it on Tuesday when we were talking about what is actually coming out about this, and I'm like thinking of the consequences. So before you act, before you do anything, always know that there are consequences to everything. Unaweza kuwa mtu hasira na unaambiwa kila siku punguza hasira, siku moja utapeleka hasira yako pabaya, and you won't even have a way to get back. And maybe it was just a slight thing that you'd have changed. So it goes back to you knowing yourself, and people are facing a lot, by the way. People are busy, people are is going on. So find somebody to talk to if you're going through shit. Like if you're going, because watu wako na hasira mingi. Watu wako na hasira na nangoja tu siku moja talipuka. Like a 19-year-old boy, you can imagine hasira yake alitoa wapi. Ni traumas gani wako nayo? Like what's wrong?
It's not bad.
What traumas that does he have in life? Akamwa tu leo ni ile siku namaliza na kara.
Yeah.
Na karao, you
Yeah,
know.
maybe alikuwa amedampiwa na demu yake.
Think about it. People don't know how to control their anger. People don't know. People have lost themselves.
Yeah.
So let's find back ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, it's been a very amazing conversation today.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that is helping this young get medical attention. And as the public and the police, we have forever been on opposing sides. Let's create a bridge where we can have a conversation, where we can both, police can feel comfortable in society, and society can feel comfortable with the police among society. You know, that's the reason why they can't even live among society, because they don't feel safe around society. The man wanekama kwa makambi. You know, cause you know how isolated police are.
People lonely.
So we had an interview here.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the guy.
Yeah.
On What's the Radar.
Mm-hmm.
Akisema he grew up with budaka alikuwa either jeshi sijui
Yeah.
wenye wamegrow kwa hizo makambi.
Yeah.
Like literally hadi lifestyle yao ni kambi to kambi.
Yeah.
Like going outside for him, he said that was actually what made him being exposed to who he is today. But if he didn't actually step out of that box,
Yeah.
like hiyo kuishi kambi kwa kambi,
Yeah.
At this point, I think, imagine they are very lonely people.
Yeah.
Because that is the only life you know.
man.
Huwezi enda kuishi na watu, kila mtu ni wapo wako.
Na ndio maana hadi mamdenge hao ni mamalaya.
Wow.
Literally. Our usiku, because that's the people they interact with mostly. Huyu ndio mdema anajua naonanga daily kwa street. Na ndio maana anapata kaswende. Kaukimwi anabeba kote. Both types. Kuna type ngapi? Ni kama diabetes. Kuna HIV na kuna hiyo AIDS.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Ray Classic, who's joining in late, and everybody that got to join the conversation on YouTube. You can tell us your comments below, especially the one about really bad sex advice that you've ever gotten. Tell us down there. What's yours? What?
We had moved on.
Yeah, but we wanna know. Watu kuinjo wameambiwa vitu ati ukifanya hivi lazima hata hatuwezi sema zingine. But you know, like tell us in the comments below what you think. What's the weirdest thing you've ever been advised sexually while you were inexperienced? And also, what's your opinion on Ian Njoroge and everything that is happening? Okay?
Atiende ujieke kwa sijui. Shei kwa sikianga shule. Ati sijui you steam yourself sijui with what in the coochie.
Ndio?
Sijui Titan.
Wallahi.
Ujasikia hizo mastori?
Ameje
No,
niliwaisikia ati
no,
madem.
water.
Nilikuwa naambiwa madem
Ama
ati
sijui
umwagianga
salty
kandimu.
water. Sijui me have had so many
Sure.
things.
And you know,
When
uko
you see
chini
the group
hataki
of girls,
shit.
oh my
Uko
God.
chini nataka tu maji pekee. Na hata si maji ya
Mimi
soda.
natakwambia ndio
Oga,
kavinika.
bro.
Oga tu. Unaona,
Oga na utumie.
alafu unashangaa unatoa vitu zenye ni yellow.
Guys.
Kumbe ni hizo vitu naeka huko chini. For real.
Nafikiria dem ni mkrimi, kumbe ni kasifilis.
Mliona hii video hude mwingine hiyo viral leo ilienda viral.
Gani hiyo?
Yao
My
matendo.
brothers. Utana
Kwa
ama
dusty.
dala.
Nini hiyo?
Video yao.
Wakifanya?
Nini? It was nasty.
Siblings.
Hao ndio wanaeka
Wakisosiana.
vinegar,
Wale wanajitanga ma
Eh.
siblings.
Walikuwa na wameanza OnlyFans.
Acha ujinga.
Mungu moja. Walai, niko Telegram. Hadi nilijoin juzi.
Walai.
Kuona tu hiyo. I regretted why I got to that house.
Telegram is dope. Naenda kuisaka leo. I shall give you feedback.
It's nasty.
Yeah, but
So,
what?
avoid
Avoid.
stuff.
Yeah. Till next time, this has been the Black Kings Frequency. Chilling with yours truly, the one and only Camlish.
Message with the money plans.
J-O-B-Y.
Yeah, and stay tuned, man, to the Black 05 Network, the media of the 21st century. Hopefully, Dimore is in today.
And we're coming back tonight.
Yeah, we are definitely coming back. Do we have news?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, stay tuned. Dimore will be back in
An hour?
the next, in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.